Hello and welcome to day 75 out of 75. So this is my last YouTube video where I have to make it no matter what. It's not my last. I might even post one tomorrow. In less than 24 hours I can have chocolate. At 12 tonight I can have chocolate. I could post videos for the rest of my life, but living without chocolate willingly, I'm going to stop that. We even went into like a health shop and got some different chocolates, and the lady behind the counter was like, "Oh, you haven't had chocolate for 75 days? Like, why? But why would you do that?" So then she started telling us about a recipe that she creates, her own chocolate, and it was the same recipe that I came up with myself once upon a time. It was just such a okay. And she was really happy, and yeah, chocolate makes you happy, and it lengthens your telomeres, and it contains spermidine, so it's all good, yeah, except for the heavy metals, but we can cope with that. We can be discerning with which brand and how much. I've made it to Denmark again, which is amazing, because the person who started this journey with me, except they were doing other things for 75 days, we're both finishing up today, which is meeting up and finishing up today in Denmark. And it wasn't planned, but it's totally aligned and beautiful. Also in Sweden, I've been thinking a lot about how and now I'm not going to talk about something deep. I was thinking a lot about how there's a certain blueberry chocolate, like dark chocolate with blueberry, that a certain brand had several years ago, a long time ago now, like 8 years ago or something. And I just remember how it was kind of good, like it was my favorite, because it was, I don't know, it felt Nordic. Somehow it felt very Swedish to have blueberries in the chocolate. And then it disappeared, and I was thinking, oh, should I write the company that I want it back, like that it was one of their better ones? But then I come here to Denmark, and they kept it. They have the same brand here, and they still have the blueberry chocolate. It's like people are reasonable here. The thing with Sweden is that unless you work full time, you really don't have any benefits. So then you just have to fight with a horrible healthcare system, and just you won't get any pension, barely any. I don't think I will get any, even if I start working full time now. In Sweden also, we use this gray plastic everywhere, on everything, like mailboxes, or just storage and clothes, and just there's so much of this gray color, gray plastic color. Like who paints their entire house gray, like shades of gray? Have this beautiful in like a beautiful little picturesque area, and where it's in some areas it's forbidden. You're not allowed to paint your house any color you want. because it has to match the other people's houses a little bit, or like not take too much attention. But then a gray house kind of takes a lot of your soul. So, and I don't mean like a nice stone gray house or anything like that. I just mean literally that the house is kind of dark gray, and then the edges are light gray. The corners are light gray, lighter shades of gray, and the mailbox is plastic gray, and we have rows of mailboxes just gray. And wearing clothes, beige is the main color for clothes, or black. It's like beige, gray, and black. Especially in winter, then it has to be like black outdoor wear, and it's kind of hard to find something else. And if you do, you stick out like a sore but happy thumb at least. And it's not like I hate beige or gray and these colors. It's just where it's everywhere or on a house. But this is kind of the same as what's it's like generational desaturation. The same thing happens with our perception of the ecosystem. So I am lucky enough to remember the ditches at home in Sweden. I basically lived in the forest. I grew up in the forest, and I just remember like this dirt road leading up to our house, and how many types of flowers there were, the insects, just so much wildlife around us all the time. I even saw lynx once in that area. But if you and I remember that, and I remember also now how the similar areas have less diversity. There's just less types of flower, fewer types of flowers. But to someone who's being born now, or has kind of grown up in the city and then goes out in nature, to them it's a lot of biodiversity, it's a lot of nature, this is what a healthy ecosystem looks like. While to me, I don't see it like that. I see what's gone. I notice it, and I notice the same just in the culture. Probably not only in Sweden, but just like a world culture. But Sweden is so prominently ahead on that part, and also with our forests, which are not really forests. I mean, they do hold life, but not a lot of biodiversity anymore. Like it's tree plantations. So we have cut down a lot of old growth. And I can see that. But some people just see a forest, even though the trees are the same age. But the lichens are gone, the mosses are gone, the rare orchids and flowers are not there. And the animals, you just don't encounter as many of them. And you don't hear as many birds. So this is the same when you just go to a Swedish town or city, the colors are going away. It's like the colors on our clothes and buildings are matching, like the desaturation of our buildings matching the de-speciation of our of nature. This is not what I intended for my last video, but it is. Yeah, at least the chocolate here has blueberries in it. At least chocolate is not gray. I might see you tomorrow. Thank you for today. Thank you for these 75 days. If you've watched and watched and watched, wow. I mean, thank you for being with me throughout this journey. Thank you for even just having watched 1 or 2 of my videos. Yeah, wish me luck with whatever. It's time to edit this. It's time to start waiting for midnight or tomorrow morning. It might be better with tomorrow morning because chocolate has caffeine in it, and I will eat probably the darkest variety anyway. Maybe not even the blueberry one, but we'll see. Bye bye.